Okay, welcome everybody. It's hump day. Mike, 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 Mike. Hump day, people. That's Phil. There's Phil. I can't not do that every Wednesday. You just can't do it, you know? So yeah. Anyway, so I was talking to the girls before I hit record about a few things coming up, and potato salad. We were talking potato salad. So yeah, today's the day I'm going to set up the giveaway on YouTube for one of the jewelry box or jewelry. I'm not going to try to say it. The Hanna Karlzon books, the hardback books, and Miss Melody gifted us these, one for me, one for Ustream, and one for YouTube. So I'm going to give away one here on YouTube today. So tell your friends if you are here and you know someone that wants to be in the giveaway here on Ustream today, tell them to come on over and be here live. The other one I'm going to set up on YouTube, I'll set that up. Well, what you'll have to do will be this video. This video on YouTube, and hopefully everything loads up correctly. If, you know, sometimes there's issues with Ustream. If it doesn't end up getting loaded up, we'll make a separate video for people to comment on. Otherwise, comment on this video. You don't have to do it. You don't have to say anything fancy or smancy. Just say, hey, I want that color book. And so the giveaway will run from today through Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when I put the close thing. Stop the comments. That way, it gives me time on Sunday to print them all out, number them all, make sure no duplicates. Please only leave one comment only. And I will like your comment, that you'll see that I've seen your comment if I like it. I don't comment on when I'm doing a giveaway. I personally don't leave any, I always try to answer everybody back or like it or say thank you, thanks for watching. I try to say something to everybody, but when I set up, everybody leave me a comment, I don't comment at all until the very last um, when I say the thing is closed, because I will just like it so you know I've seen it. Because then I have to eliminate all my comments and other comments to try to make it so that I can count it out correctly. So that's all the rules there are. You just have to subscribe and comment. That's it. And then we will do that giveaway on Monday. So it closes Saturday night, but I will do the giveaway next Monday on the live show here. We'll do a random.org and do a giveaway. It's all random, people. There's no, you don't have to enter anything. You don't got to do nothing. It's a random giveaway. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to give away one here today. Maybe I should make y'all wait till Monday. Should I make y'all wait till Monday? No, I won't make y'all wait till Monday. If you're here, I'll go ahead and do the giveaway for the Ustream girls here today, and then leave a comment for the YouTubers. Okay, so let me set this aside for a moment, and I'm going to color a little bit in it. Monday, I plan on continuing the last piece of the puzzle in Momo. As y'all know here, I'm going to take all these extra papers out here. Here's the one we've been working on. And that does have shiny lime green paint, ink. It's this pearlescent, FW pearlescent, shimmery pearlescent ink on the background. And it really could use another coat, but we'll see. I wanted to test it out. And then I got to fix my little bauble right there. And hey, Ange, what's the no for? What's the no for? You don't want me to wait, Ange? Hey, Jen, I'm going to give away the jewel box today. So you might, if you can. I know people, but you have to be here to win. I mean for the giveaway. I can't just, there's no way I can write everybody's name down and all that here. So, maybe in about an hour. Let's maybe count in about an hour, like maybe at 10. Y'all, if somebody will remind me in an hour at 10, we'll do the giveaway here. And then the YouTubers, just leave the comment on this video and I'll put the rules if you want to call them that. over there too. So anyway, Monday we're going to finish this. We're going to do her hair, her face, and finish up her dress. We finished up the poppies, and I did this background. I can't say that I absolutely love it because I can see streaks in it, and it's a pearlescent paint. So, I mean ink. So I'm going to try to put one more coat over it, but it is what it is. We experimented. I love the shimmer. I love the color and the shimmer, but I don't like that it's not perfectly flat. Okay, yes, please, no to waiting. Okay, Ange. Hey, May. So anybody else, King Gore? Anybody else, Chatty Natty? Anybody else I missed? Thanks for being here. So we're going to do this. We're going to finish that page on Monday. It'll be 3 parts all total. Okay. So I'm going to do a little coloring in this one today, in my copy. And again, it's called Jewelry or Jewelry Box, and it's by Hanna Karlzon. I've already done a flip through it, but I'm going to flip through it again just because I don't know what page I'm going to color. Let me put this back over there. So I have done a couple of little doodles in it. I did the little lion here in the beginning, and I outlined the title with a gold gel pen. Yeah, can't hardly see it very well that it's a gold. Anyway, it's a gold gel pen. Let me go ahead and zoom in one here before I start. It's a gold gel pen, same thing for around the lion here, and then this, some watercolor. And it does just buckle just the tiniest bit. I mean, you probably can't even see it. And since it's, it's laid here for a while, I can't even really tell. But very, very little water. I get people ask me all the time, how come your pages don't buckle? Very little water. Is that you, Susan? The good morning, Dee Dee. Is that Susan? She, bless her heart, has a hard time getting logged in here. If y'all have any questions, put them in caps. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks everybody for watching over there. Hey, Connie. So anyway, use very little water. If you want to get something darker with your watercolor or your neo colors or whatever you're using, acrylic paint. Well, acrylic paint washes. It's one coat and then everything else is pencil. But if you want to use your watercolors, your mermaid markers or anything, liquidy, you need to do very little water, let it dry, put another coat. So instead of just getting this real dark and wet, that's like 3 coats, 3 different layers with orange, yellow, and brown, and a gold gel pen in his mouth there, and so it's a gold gel. There we go, gold gel pen in his mouth, and then a little bit of brown on top of it. You can't over saturate it. That's the key. Don't put a lot of water. Let it dry in between the layers. I have a heat gun, so it's quick for me. People say, well, can you use a hair dryer? You can use a hair dryer. It's just not as hot. It doesn't happen as fast. But anyway, you can, just whatever. You just want to make sure it's dry in between. So that's all I've done on that. And then all I've done here is with 2 glitter Poscas. I think it was the pink and the orange glitter Posca paint pens that I did the, there you go. See, there's the shine. See the shine? And that's all I did was two glitter Poscas to make the metal, and I wanted it like a rose gold color, so that's why I used the orange and pink and kind of mixed them together a little bit while I was coloring them. But see how shiny that is? Very, very shiny. It's very shiny metallic markers. So I don't know what page I'm going to do. So we'll decide together. Let's get the spine to, let me move there we go, move that over. So if you all have any questions, put them in caps. So again, we've already flipped through this once, but I have to flip through it again to decide what I want to do. Oh, I love the spider web. Gotta say, that'd be some pretty stuff with some stickles right there. Black backgrounds, stickles. That's a lot of flowers, so I don't think I can do that in one setting. I want to try to find something I can do in 2 hours. Aw, good to have you though, May. Like the little birds. I like all of it. I mean, it's all fun, right? It's all fun. Lots of everything has jewels on it. Gems and jewels. So it's a good one to use your metallics, your metallic gel pens, your jelly rolls, your you know, Pentel metallic silver and gold, or you know, anything shiny. There's 24 Prismacolor watercolor pencils on clearance for $12. I bought them thinking they were regular pencils. I have not tried them. Have you used them before? Yeah, I have a couple. Um, I have I have a few. I don't have a whole set, Picola, of the Prismacolor watercolor pencils, and then I have a few others. Like I have the Prima skin tone set, and of course I have the ink tints. I have ink tints. What else? I have a few. It just seems that when I want to do detail watercolor anything, I use my Neocolor 2s. So I just don't use a lot of watercolor pencils because I gravitate toward my Neocolor 2s. Hey, Sammy. You know? And my ink tints, which, you know, don't tell Eileen if we use ink tints today, she'd have a fit. Eileen just doesn't like ink tints, and ink tints are watercolor. They're water soluble pencils, and they're ink. So if you dissolve them, you have to dissolve them 100% and dry them 100%. Then they're supposed to be permanent. But I never trust anything that says they're permanent. Especially after my ordeal with poor Cam when he was here drawing and he drew a whole project for school. Oh yeah, that pen's permanent. It's a permanent ink, and he started putting watercolor on it, and the whole thing bled. I ended up losing my light table over that when I gave him my light box, my big, huge, oversized, this thick. It's one of those old timey ones I had for 25, 30, no more than that. I had it in, I'd say 30-year-old light box, and it still worked. Well, same bulb I bought it with. It's always worked. Anyway, it's a great light box. It's huge. You know, it's like 2 feet by 18 inches, and it's about that deep. And so anyway, I said, well, here, use my light box, and you can, you know, just trace it over again, so you don't have to start from scratch. Just trace your work that you already did. I was panicking, so I ended up saying, you can keep the light box. Now you can get those flat ones all day long for $20 if you just do a little bit. You know, I hadn't used it in years, so it was really, you know, he might as well have had it because I never really used it. I hadn't used it in years, but anyway. So he took that home with him that weekend. I have thought about getting one of those little flat ones, but I've had it. I think I had it in my Amazon cart for like 6 months, and I haven't even needed one. So it's like even for, you know, $20, I don't need a light box. You know. I like this with the cats and the birds, but I love all the flowers too. I like it all. I like it all. So I'm just flipping through and thinking about what links are open. May, you can put your channel in there. Yeah, May started a new YouTube channel. What, you got about 5 or 6 videos up, May? Last I looked a few days ago. May Brox, Brox, in Norway. Am I right, May? You're in Norway. She has a new YouTube channel. Put it up there, girl. Girl, post that thing. I like her too. Now the last Hanna, let me see here if I can. I don't even know which one it's in. It's in the Summer Nights. Let's see. Hang on, let me flip. I don't remember which book it's in. No, I guess it must be in Tide Barb. Hang on. Tide Barb. In Seasons. Where is my blue face girl? I'm sure it's Hanna Karlzon. Hang on, it's not Tide Barb? Maybe it's Daydreams. Hang on, guys. I'm looking. I have some colored in all of them. Why can't I find Magical Dawn, maybe? Where's my blue face girl? Hang on, guys. It's got to be here. Nope. Hang on. Moving books, shuffling books. Okay, it's got to be here. Let me look. It's got to be in one of my Hanna Karlzons. The girl that has a starry face. I don't remember which one it's in, so let's just flip. Okay, it's not in Summer Nights. Magical Dawn. Somehow I'm thinking it's this one. No? I can't believe I haven't got something colored in that. Daydreams. And it's a finished picture, so it should have it like, you know, a thing in here. Like a blue. So there's a blue one. Nope. See, that's my rabbit with the Stickles. So where's my girl with the blue face? It's in Seasons? Okay, then this is it here. This is Seasons. Ah, here she is in the very back. Thank you, Jen. So there's my girl with Seasons with the blue face and the stars. And that's all pencil. This took a while to get it that smooth of a blend. But then there's all Stickles on the ornaments and shiny. See? Stickles. See all the shimmer. And then I put that in her jewels here. See all the shimmer? So yeah. And then also all the, what do you call it, candles. Thanks, May. Ready to go to Summit this weekend. Oh, have fun, K-More. Did I tell you Boo's getting back into competition cheer this year? Boo, she became a freshman this year in high school, and she went for the high school cheer, and she made varsity. Now, if y'all know anything about high school, you don't make varsity as a freshman, but she did. But it's not competition enough for her. They don't stunt, they don't fly, they don't do any of that stuff in high school cheer. And I can understand why, because liabilities and all that, But competition cheer, Boo missed competition cheer. So I just bought her a new pair of competition shoes, Karen. Karen's talking about her daughter is in competition cheer too. So anyway, she's going back into it. Yeah, she missed it. And she missed the practices. She missed because they practice hard. I mean, it's gymnastics, it's stunting, it's not just yay team, go team. That's not what we're talking about. Let me find one thing here. Let me see something. I'll look on Twitter real quick because I always post. I follow a whole bunch of cheer groups. Let me just see if I can just put in cheer what I get. Cheer sport probably. I want to show y'all what. Let me find a video. Okay, here's one. Let me see if I can get it sideways. So just so you, and I've shown y'all some of Boo's cheer videos before. This is just like, it's like 5 seconds, so you won't get to see much, but, come on. I'm trying to get it to go without the line there. Well, can y'all see all the flips and flops and jumps and throws? It's very physical. And see if I can find one better here. Okay, here, this is a good one. Let me start it over here. Let's see if I can start it over. lots of throws, flips, and all that. Anyway, so she misses it. Oh, it's so different, isn't it, Kmore? So anyway, the harder they work at them at practice, the more they love. Oh, it's so true. Absolutely love it. Boo, I mean, she started getting competition cheer when she was, I don't even know how old. She was always a flyer because she's tiny. She's always been tiny. She's still tiny, muscular but tiny, and so she started when she was a little wee one, and she's just always loved it, and she would live at that gym. Okay, let me keep going here. Sorry, that was a little grandmother rabbit trail. I like this one. Let's see. I don't know if I want to do a full face because, let me move my light is a little glary, because I'm going to finish that other face on Monday. So I don't know if I want to do a whole face. And plus, only got a couple hours. So I don't want to, maybe I'll do this gilded cage. But that would probably be a little boring. Watching me color all that with a gel pen or something. That's pretty, yeah. Maybe these little birds and these, I'm not sure what kind of flowers. Of course, I never care what the kind of flowers are. Sometimes, like if it's a pansy or a rose, I might want to color it a certain way. But when it's like flowers and I'm not really sure what they are, or if they're just generic, I'll color them any color I want. Right? So, yeah, that's true. That's true, Heather. And I still there's a catwalk picture that I haven't finished in. Well, there's this one I haven't finished. I need to finish this. And then I have, there's another one. I gotta finish that frog. Let's see. These cats I gotta finish. See, I still got all these cats to finish. I did finish this one. That one reminded me of Denise when she was little. And there's a lot of, see all the stickles on there? Trumpet flowers in the tree. Zeely. What color are they? Are they any color? I mean, I love it all. I like this snake. I mean, we love these books, right? I love this one with the mirrored image there. Maybe we could do that one. But then I'd want to do their faces blue or something. It's going to take a while. Oh, no, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do the chandelier. Now, like I say that, like, oh, we're going to just color this whole chandelier. We're going to try to see how far we can get on the chandelier. Y'all know we don't always finish. But we make an effort. But again, guys, I tell y'all, my coloring times here are more about showing the technique and stuff rather than, although I do my best to finish as many pages as I can, that's not the goal here. The goal is to, inspire you, encourage you, show you techniques, anything like that. What if I missed something? So, sorry guys, if it's not in caps, I miss things. Okay, so I think we're going to go with the chandelier. I have no plan. Let's just zoom in here. Let's see what we can do. And I'm trying not to have it too flashed out, but I want it light enough. That looks pretty good. So, let me move my camera this way a little. There we go. So, I have to decide what colors I want this. And do I want it metal? Do I want it like gunmetal gray? Do I want it shiny? It's got stars. That means there's going to have to be glow. There's going to have to be glow around here. Oh, yeah. Yes, I knew about her trip. Yeah, she's going to go all over the United States. She was going to try to stop by here, but I can't plan that far out. And we have, yeah, we couldn't do it. Hey, Mermaid Jan. All colors, but usually red or yellow. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, okay. Thanks, Zealy. Now I've moved on to another page. Sorry. I'm wondering, do I want black paint in the background to make it stand out, and then I can put glow? Because if there's black paint in the background, I can make it all the candles glow, right? I mean, I can just put yellow, but it's not the same. It's not glowy without some darker color. And black, is candles, right? Now, when I do paint out backgrounds and stuff, see all the little dots and stars? I may kind of try to go around some of these big ones, but see all those little dots? If I'm painting a background with acrylic paint, hey, Mountain Dreamer, I just paint over that because I can just put my own little star dots in there, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's get some black acrylic paint. We're going to go with it. And since I'm going to go all the way to the edge, I'm going to need a piece of wax paper so that I don't, or something here, wax paper or parchment paper, something so that I don't stick my pages together while I'm painting the edges. Just so that until I finish the edges, then I can take it out. MD, daring, huge hugs. I'm sorry, Heather, what? Oh, are you talking to someone else? If y'all put it in caps, I think you're talking to me. Sorry. If you're not talking to me, don't put it in caps, because then I try to scroll back and try to find the conversation that I don't know what y'all are talking about because it's in caps. Okay, so you're not going to probably see the paint very well, but there it is. All right, so let's see. We'll see how far we get. I had some paint brushes here. Did I put them all away? Let's see. Let me get a tight, one for close, and then we'll... I like little flat ones. Those are my favorite. But this is pretty little, so maybe... Okay, let's see. Just a tiny little brush here. Hey, Terry Mountain had an... Oh, she did? Is everybody okay? Teresa? I'm going to watch chat while let me go ahead and zoom in a little more. And I'll just try to keep everything moving. This brush is going to be too... It's too flayed. I need a better brush, I should say. That one's just too old. Let's see. Let's try this around. Now that's too floppy. I need one. Here we go. That might be. We'll try this one. Yeah, Robin, Posca doesn't. I just like. This is too flayed too. I'm gonna have to get me some new tiny brushes if I can't find them in this pile, because this pile is some of my newer ones. There we go. Let's try this one. Yes, I like the acrylic paint because it's better for... And see, this one too. Oh my gosh. I have to take a trip to Hobby Lobby for some brushes. No, I got some around here. I'm just digging in this one jar. Let's see. See, I needed something short and so it's not floppy. I don't want a floppy brush. There we go. That's better. I like the, what do you call it? The texture that acrylic paint gives. Plus, I'm going to color the whole background here. You can't color this whole thing with a Posca pen. Well, I guess you could, but you'd be there a while trying to color this flat with the Posca pen. Okay, I got apple wheels. So I just have to... Oh, what happened, Teresa? Do they know what caused the fire? Okay, so I'm just gonna, yeah, this may take a while. Maybe this wasn't a good choice as far as time goes, but we'll see. Maybe I can get at least half of it so we can color, you know, so we can show the techniques. Oh, wow. Well, I'm glad you got out safe. Now, if I, you know, like I got a little over the line right there, and depending on what color I'm going to do the chandelier and all, you can fix things with a white Posca, or you can do white paint, but I like the Posca. As soon as that dries, I'll show you. All right, so again, I might go around this one star here that's kind of bigger, but all these little dotted stars, I'm just painting right over them because I can put them back in myself. I'm still not loving this brush. It's a little floppy still. Yeah, I gotta find a smaller. Hang on, guys. Let's try one more brush thing. Maybe I need to get into another jar here. All right, hang on. Oh, sorry, that's a little close. Let me look. I need a smaller. Let's see if that one's not so. Nope, that's flared too. All my brushes are really well loved. Let's see. There we go. Okay. You have tons of backgrounds with Poscas. Yeah, but that's a lot to paint with the Posca. To me, anyway. That seems like a lot. And this brush is a little big. I'm just not finding the perfect brush for, because I love my angle brushes, but this one's tiny. I just find that it's quicker to paint, you know, and I like the texture. I like the acrylic paint texture, especially if I'm going to do halos around the candles and halos around the stars. Hey, Cindy in Germany. I'm sure I'm missing some people. Thanks, everybody, for coming in. I'm going to try to get Sue's down here this weekend. There's kind of the larger one there. Once I get up here, I'll go to a bigger brush. So anyway, there's no right or wrong way. If you like using Poscas, if you like using paint, if you like using watercolor, I mean, we use a little bit of all of it around here. Let's just be honest. we use a little all of it, right? And you know, and everybody has their preferences. They have their preferences to the type of pencils. You know, I love me my Prismas, but I'm, you know, enjoying learning polychromos and some of the others. But it does take time to learn new pencils, at least the way I want to learn them. And and again, I have a piece of wax paper behind there, so it's not going to get on the other pages. But you have to like using a brush to do this. If you don't like using a paintbrush, then you're not going to enjoy doing this. This way. This, you know, using paint like this. All right, let's go over on the side here, just so we can get, I'm going to have to turn it to get down that way. So I want it. And also I'm putting no water. No water in my paint. It's just right out of the jar of Americana craft paint. No water. That's how it comes out nice and flat. And even with the nice Americana, see, I just got to fix that little thing there with the Posca. Regardless of the color, if you want a nice color, you have to add no water. And some colors like lime green, red, some colors take 2 coats anyway. I can usually do a background with black with 1 coat, but I'm putting it on pretty thick. I'm not, and you know, you can see, look, I'm going over the same spot a few times, you know, smoothing it out. But anyway, yeah, I have videos of Boo cheering on YouTube. There's a videographer that would film their competitions. Karen, do you have someone that films you guys' competitions for your daughter? Hey, Galena, Purplina. Anybody else I missed? And there's a chat lag, so I have to kind of wait. And I kind of hurry along here. Do not feel like you have to hurry along when you're doing this. Don't hurry along. Take your time. Go as slow as you need to get in these little spaces. And then, you know, if there's something real tight, like a little dot or something, if you don't want to, you know, get in there with the brush, then, you know, that's the time to get in there with either a Posca or a Sharpie pen, not a Sharpie marker, Sharpie pen, because this, you don't want it to go through. And again, it's always the water. Well, let me clarify that. Alcohol markers will go through just about everything. But what happens on when you're using paint, watercolor, neocolors, water-based markers? It's the amount of water and wetness that causes it to go through, not the paint. This paint's not going to go through. If I had a bunch of water in it, it's the water that would make it go through. We have a team dad. Oh, awesome. I'm so glad they won a summit bid. If y'all are in cheer, y'all know what that means. So Kay Moore, Karen's daughter, they're going to Florida. I think I have, let me see. My very first Instagram post. See, I haven't been on Instagram that long. Couple, 2, 3, how many years? My first Instagram post was Boo and her friend at Summit. Let's see. How long ago was that? Let me go to Instagram here. Let me go back, scroll all the way back, because it's my very first post. We actually got the only paid bid in your division? That is awesome. Okay, hang on, it's loading. Wow, it's slow in here. Hang on, guys, let me take a second. Take a sip of coffee while I'm doing that. That's something right there, Karen. I'm scrolling while I'm talking. Yeah, it is expensive, guys. Cheering, it's like, if the guys are on football or, cheering, it's expensive because it's the travel too. So if you can win a bid to Summit, that helps a lot. Just have to work up the nerve. You mean to do, Robin? You mean to do painting? Just try it. Just get you a one. Start with just a black acrylic paint. I like Americana. It's just, I just like them. I just like the brand. I like the coverage and I like the colors. But any craft paint, But, some of them may be more not as opaque. So you might have to put more than one coat. And I find that I just like Americana paint. It's really good coverage. But just try one background. And if you're worried, about messing up your book, which I never really care. I mean, I don't want to mess anything up, obviously, but it's a color book page, people. Yeah, that's true, Ange. So let's see, when was this? This was 2014. So I've only been on Instagram for 4 years. This is March 2014. So here is Boo. I'll have to tilt it a little. But anyway, there's Boo right there 4 years ago. See all their bows and their backpack with all their bows. They win their ribbon. They win bows and backpacks and all. Anyway, so this is when it says you got this. This is when they went to Summit 4 years ago, Karen. Look how tiny they are. They're both flyers. So yeah. No nerd. Well then, print it out. Print your color book page out on a piece of cardstock to practice. Even if you don't finish the whole page, just to practice. Print. I tell that to everybody. Everyone's like, "Oh, I'm going to mess it up," and you don't even have to necessarily print out. Let's just say it's an oversized page, like your book is 9 by or 10 by 10 or whatever, like Kirby or something. And I don't remember all the measurements. Just print out a section. Just make a copy of a section of it just to practice on. And once you get your confidence built up on a practice sheet, then you can go back and do in the book. Because I know these books aren't cheap. Especially these hardback ones. And any little areas that I may not get really, really tight with the paint, you can go in there with your nice sharp pencil or your Sharpie marker or your Posca pen. But I like the texture that the acrylic paint makes for the star glow and the candle glow. You can't do that with just, well, I don't want to say you can, because I'm sure there's somebody out there that can. But you're going to have to work at it. Yeah. I'm trying to stay in camera and not set my hand in the wet paint. Let me move my hand back from the end of the brush. So, yeah. And if you mess up, that's when you get a white Posca in there. Yeah, so anyway, just try making this brush is still not ideal. Make a copy on cardstock. I wouldn't recommend trying to do this on computer paper, just copy paper. I mean, if that's all you have, then try it, but that paper is going to start to buckle because it's so thin if you do a whole background like this. But a little buckle doesn't bother me either. Like my Kirby books, other than Phantomorphia is thicker, but they would buckle if I put a lot of paint. But by the time you do the back side, did the other side, they kind of flatten out, especially if you're coloring the whole thing, edge to edge. They kind of flatten out. But again, they buckle some, but that doesn't bother me. But it's the water. You just got to remember, it's the water in the paint that makes it go through and buckle. All right, so I was going to try to get at least half the book, half this page done. I mean, I'd like to do the whole thing, but obviously that's going to be some time here. Let's just go ahead so I can get rid of the paint, the wax paper. I'm going to go ahead and do the whole edge so I can move the wax paper. And then I'll get a bigger brush too. Anyway, yeah, so Karen's daughter does cheer, so we talk about it. And I'm zoomed in, so I got to keep moving. Okay. Let that sit for just a second because it's still wet. And let's come over here on this edge. See if my brush is flat enough to. And if you're worried about getting it on the other paper, then you can either put light painter's tape over there, or just a piece of paper, something to prevent you from going over the line if you're worried. I'm not really. But, yeah, but when Boo first got into cheer, I don't even know how many years ago it was, she started getting really, really serious about it. And when we redid her room, she had to be, let's see, she's 15 now. She had to be maybe about 11 or maybe 12. Maybe it was when she turned 12 that she really started being like, I'm going to be a professional cheerleader. I'm going to get scholarships. She wants to go to medical school. She can't decide. Last I heard, at first she wanted to be a brain surgeon. Then I think she's downsized that to a dentist. I think she wants to be a dentist. Spirit of Texas Royal Divas Large Senior 4. I think cheer up. Let me write. I know I wrote that down before. Let me write that down again so I can keep up with her during the thing. Okay, Texas Royal Divas Large Senior. There's so many divisions too, so I get that. It took me the longest time to understand those divisions, and I still probably don't understand them as well as a cheer mom like Denise. Okay, so I'm going to clean my brush because it is getting a little crusty. Every now and then, especially if you're using a small brush, the paint can build up on the brush, so you need to clean it every now and then just to have it the acrylic paint starts to dry and crust up, and makes your brush thick, Medium here now, they changed up their division. So which one is it that they're going to be? Is it large senior or is it medium senior? See, I didn't know about that either. Which one is she? I should say, which one do I look for? Which one do I look for, Karen? All right, so now I'm going to get a bigger brush, just a bigger flat brush here. Let me get it wet. I just want to try to wet your brush before you dip it in paint. Not like soaking wet, but like medium senior. Okay, let me write that down. Medium senior. And if you're watching this on YouTube and this doesn't interest you, just, put it on mute. Just watch. But, I am talking to people in chat. And that's what we do here. We talk, we chat, we're chatty. That's what my show is. So just saying, I don't think most people mind. Every now and then I get your show's too chatty, you talk too much. Well, put me on mute. or fast forward, you know. I don't get it too often, but not anymore because I've said it enough that this is a chatty show. Okay, so I can get a lot of the areas done now with a bigger brush. And I'll come back in here with a smaller one again. And again, no, there's no water in here. I mean, I got my brush damp just so it's not hard, but there's no water in my paint. Oh, should have painted this. No, okay. There's no water in my paint. And I'm kind of going around these bigger stars, although I'm going to add my own bigger ones, smaller ones, probably some planets in here. You know, we got to do all that. So, because that's the way we roll. Medium senior. Well, thanks, Kalura. We like to have fun around here, right? And by the way, there's a few people that have been doing altered. I think Kalura was one of, right, Kalura? Didn't you have on Instagram a new altered or collage page? I don't know if it was an altered book or was it a collage page. I'm trying to follow all the girls that do altered books or collage. Let me look. Kalura. I'm going to call you out, girl. Girl, calling you out. Kim, have you ever had issues with the acrylic seeping? No, it's not, it's never the paint. It's never the paint that goes through. It's when you have water in the paint. I can paint on Create Space paper. With no water, it's not going to go through. Now, Create Space paper may buckle a little, but it's not going to go through because it's not the paint, it's the water. Let's see. Let me go here. Kalura. Let's see. I think it's spelled the same here. I'm not sure. See? Do you have a different spelling? Or there she is. Okay. Come on, load up, people. Yeah, she's working on a. It's just a collage. Is it just a collage in a book or is it an altered book? It's a collage book, your first collage. Okay. So awesome. So you can, well, let's see if my phone will. See, she's got some little star action going on. Collage there, and it's a double page spread. So is it in a book that you're altering? Like, did you paint around this? Is it a reverse collage, Kalura? Like this is on the book and you painted around it? That's reverse collage. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, let's see if I can get a little bit more in here. And links are open, guys. You can post your links to your Instagram, your YouTube channels, whatever. Just, if you're new here, don't be spamming us with any, PORN. But we haven't really had that issue here. Because then you'll be banned, and it'll only be the only time you get to do it. So, but other than that, you can post your art, your Instagram, your Twitter, your, whatever. Okay, so let me clean this brush out. We're getting there. I mean, it does take a little bit, and some people have asked me, well, do you start with the background? It depends on what I'm going to do, because I want the black here, because I want to put glow on here, so I've got to, that doesn't mean you have to do the whole thing. You don't have to do the whole thing right now, or to do the, candle glows or whatever. This brush is just, I'm not loving it. I'm gonna find another one. Need a little pointier one. Let's see. Let me go back to this jar. I mean, I've got hundreds of brushes, guys, over the years. It's just that different brushes are different flexibility. And, you just got to get this the right one. It's in a book. Reverse collage. You're welcome. Let's go down here. There we go. Nice. See, I wanted a pointy brush, but I also it has to and long, but it can't be too flexible. It can't be too floppy because then it doesn't stay. It doesn't get in those little crevices. So yeah. So what's everybody else working on? What are y'all coloring? Drawing, painting. Calora's doing the reverse collage in an altered book. What are y'all? What's everybody else working on? Can find a brush with all. Yeah, because I know what I'm looking for. I mean, I'll show you all my brushes after we back out. Um, I have tons of brushes, but they're not except for my roll. I have a roll of nice, um, what do you call it? Oil brushes that I don't use. They're expensive. They're sable. I don't use those. And even nice watercolor brushes, I just don't use nice brushes because I don't really need to. Craft brushes work fine with my acrylic, the little bit of watercolor I do, the, color books and all and, my collaging. I don't need expensive brushes for that. And I'm tough on them. I'll scrub and scruff and, May is coloring a Jasmine Beckett. I have you done any in the mermaid book, May? I see a few people doing some of her mermaid book. I have it in my cart, but I barely have time to do the ones I have now. But there's sometimes you just want to get a new one. Not right now. I don't want to because I got all these ones from Melody, so I don't really need any right now. But someday I think I'll get the mermaid book because I got the other two. So anyway, I said that to say I don't know which book you're coloring in, but I love seeing people coloring in the mermaid book. I just enjoy seeing it. I enjoy seeing the pages done. Oh yeah, how is it, Terry? I saw that. I was tempted. I was, because for something different, Terry's taking the Robin Marie workshop called Salvaged. I was actually tempted to take that. I said, now, when am I going to have time to do that? And Vicki, you are too? How is it? Y'all give me a review. Because, oh, and you're all, now see, The Remains of the Day by Marianne Moss, that's been around for a long time. That was another one years ago I was tempted to take. She may have updated it, I don't know. But I was tempted to take them or sign up for the Robin Marie salvage class. You did do some mermaids, May? I have to go back on your Instagram and look for them. I probably liked them at the time. I'm just not imagining them, picturing them now. Zeeley's working in Anastasia's Mermaid. Yeah. See, I love that one. I love them all. I just love my color books. I just want to hug them. I want to hug them and pet them all. Barb, it's addicting. Are you talking about, Barb, are you talking about the Robin Marie class? Sammy, I know. Sammy said same boat me. I mean, they are addicting. Sammy, we just love our color books, don't we? What can I say? But when I saw that Robin Marie salvaged, it's like a bunch of, you throw a bunch of, it's like a new kind of junk journal type class thing. And I only saw the 1 minute video, so I don't really know, It's fun, Terry. I didn't know, I didn't know if I want to sign. It's like $65. And I said, well, I don't know. For one thing, I don't know if I have the time to take it, but I'm sure they're lifetime. Most of those things are lifetime. You sign up for them, or at least for some years. They let you have them for years. If you have a class, not that I've taken that many. I've only taken a couple. I took one of Estelle's about 8 years ago, I guess, 8, 9 years ago. And I took, a few years ago, I took that Sunday Mornings by, somebody help me out. Sunday Mornings, I've shown y'all that one. What's her name now? It's slipping my mind because Robin Marie's in my head. What's her name, guys? The one that did the Sunday Mornings, and she has those cute little girl faces. Diamond painting. I don't know what's diamond painting, Barb? Robin's classes are forever. Okay, thanks, Terry. See, that would makes a difference to me because, you know, you're going to pay that much money for a class. You wanted to have time to do it. And, that's one thing I don't have a lot of is time. But I thought it would just be fun. I thought it would just be fun. And they usually have chats and the girls share, and you share your stuff and you chat. And it's community. Those classes, you're paying also for the community, right, Terry? Paying for the chatting and the community and the sharing and all that. Not that you have to have a class to do that. There's tons of Facebook groups, people. If you don't, want to pay for a class, there's all kinds of, Facebook groups. Jen has one for coloring. Jen Reading with Pugs. Ann Siggers, A Colorful Life, has a Facebook group. I don't have time for a Facebook group. I would love to have a Facebook group. I don't have time. Terry said, yeah. Oh, it's giveaway time? Okay, thanks, Zelie. I told the girls, let me know when it was 10 so we could do the giveaway. We have about 90 people here. If you have anybody that wants to be in it, I'll give it one more minute or two. Tell them to, if they want to be in the giveaway. Not that I want people to be here, not just for giveaways, but our group is good about that. Y'all are here all the time, and Melody was so generous to give us 3 of these books, the one I'm coloring in now, one for me, one for the Ustreamers, and one for the YouTubers. So again, I will say this in case anybody missed it at the beginning. If you leave a comment on YouTube, just leave a comment that you want the book. You don't have to go on and on about, oh, I love you, Dee Dee. You don't have to say all that, especially if you don't like me. No, I'm just kidding. Just leave a comment that you want a chance in the random. It's going to be a random drawing for the other copy of this book. So I have 2 to give away. So I'm going to give one away here, and so just leave a comment. And what the deal is I won't comment back. I'll just hit the like button that I saw you leave a comment. Please only leave one comment, because what's bad about leaving more than one, I have to go and root out one. I have to delete one or ignore one when I do the random.org, because everybody can only leave one comment. So if you leave more than one, it takes time for me to go in there and take one out. So just leave one comment. And then you have until Saturday night, 8 Eastern, to leave a comment. And then I close the comments, and or I tell you it's closed. I don't know if they actually shut off the comments, but. And then on next Monday, on my regular show here, I will do a random.org to give away on YouTube. So, yeah. And so, yeah, that's how it works. Okay. So I'm going to stop here for just a minute. I'm making progress. That's pretty good for an hour. Now I think I can take this wax paper out because it's, I'm already painted the ends. Now see, it did curl a little on the edge. You just bend it back a little. There's no buckling. There's no buckling in this at all. Okay, but because there's no water. All right, let me clean my brush here. Let's back out a little for a few minutes, just so you can see how far we got so far. That's looking pretty good. Don't need to quite go that far. There we go. All right, so let me get the book here, fresh one. Wait, let me baby wipe my hands. Make sure I don't have any paint on my hands. So y'all be thinking of a number. Don't put anything in yet. When I type in go, and international is fine too. I don't do too many expensive giveaways that, so one number only. Yeah, thank you, Sherry. One number only. Okay, I think my hands are clean. and put in between 1 and 100. Between 1 and 100, one number only. When I type in go, when I type in go, one number, and I'm repeating myself because there's a lag. I want everybody to, want everybody to be a part of it. And I'll give y'all plenty of time to put in your number, but don't wait for 5 minutes to put in a number, because when I put in stop, that's it, okay? All right, so everybody's putting their numbers in. So yeah, so Miss Melody gave us 2 to give away. And it's either called Jewel Box or Jewelry. And Hanna Karlzon's new book, which is the same one we're coloring in over here. Same one. All right, so everybody get your numbers in. I'll bring up random.org on my phone. And Terry and anybody else can help me go back. And remember, it's the closest without going over. So the closest without going over. Okay. So let's see. Let me get it here. Get your numbers in, people. Get them. Get her done. Okay, so I'm going to give it 1 second. Quickly, quickly. Yeah, and thanks, Sammy, for thanking Melody. I know. Thank you, Sammy, for that. Yeah, this is, and then also, guys, I do have a PayPal tip jar if y'all ever want to put in a little money in there. Helps me with postage. So I have the money to, and thank you guys that have put money in my tip jar. That really helps for postage. So the postage is taken care of. All right, so get them in there, guys, quickly. I'm going to stop it, so you better put something in there. I still see numbers rolling in. Come on, people, get with it. Do I need to get the whip app out? All right, stop. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and do the rand. Let's see if I can get it to focus here. Let's see. Okay, all right, let me go get my iPad. It's not going to show up. My phone is, I don't know why the iPad does and the phone doesn't. Hang on, guys. All right, because the iPad shows up. Let's bring this up. Come on. All right. All right, hang on. Let me get a random. It's slow today. I don't know why. No, I don't want Google. Hang on, guys. Let me get random dot. Come on. Hi, what's the iPad now? Here we go. Come on. There we go. All right. It's still flashed out. All right, I've got to readjust my lighting. Hang on, guys. Let's right light it. Sorry. Now I have to readjust it for the color book again. Okay, so random.org. Coming over here, 1 to 100. Okay, ready? 83. The closest to 83 without going over. Okay, 83. All right. 83. Let's see. So everybody can go scroll back. Let me go back to where the numbers started. And I want at least 2 people to confirm who it is, so we don't mess it up. Then we'll go back to coloring. I'll have to readjust the lighting, but that's okay. I don't know if anybody got it right on the nose, or I'm looking. Scrolling, scrolling. I'm looking for any 80s. I see over. It has to be under 83. Closest without going over. I see an 82. I saw 82. Did anybody get an 83? It's Diana. Diana in Bluffton. That's her name. Right? Diana in Bluffton. Is that right? That's her nickname. She had 80. She had 82. So Diana, you need to email me your address because you're new. Or I've not seen you anyway. So here's my email. And Terry can re-put it in there. Okay? Alrighty. Email me your address so you won the color book. Yeah. I'm waiting to see her say something. Did she see? Did she see? Oh my gosh. I'm going to go back here and look. See, I smeared some paint on here already. All right, so let me go back here to my, while everybody's talking about it, let me get back here to my page. It looks pretty good color-wise, I mean brightness-wise. All right, did she answer? There she is. There you go. You're welcome, Diane. I love it when people win. They get so excited. Yeah. So again, if y'all can participate in the YouTube as well. Some of y'all, don't get here very often, so that'll be up on. Leave a comment on this video when it gets up on YouTube later today. Okay. And my paint is starting to like crust over, like dry. I do have a fan blowing on it, so 'cause I have a fan blowing on me. Okay, yeah. Thanks, Terry. So thanks, thanks, Melody, again for. Okay, I've got to get my. I'm only going to get my brush tip wet just to kind of get this paint is crusting over. So I've got to get it moving again. Yeah. Oh, good. I know. I love giveaways. I do. And I appreciate the people that give the stuff to donate to, like Melody sent. And also appreciate those that help with postage. It's just, Hubster appreciates that. Hubster appreciates my mailman. He appreciates the postage. Okay, so right there I kind of went over that line, so I'll just go back over. As soon as it's dry, I'm going to make sure it's dry. I'll go over it with the Posca and fix it. Although I can see, you probably can't see. Maybe I can zoom in another one. That's not perfect. It's not perfect around every little line here, but I'll go around it with black pencil. After I do the glow and everything, if there's any place that's not quite crisp enough, where I didn't color it in real tight there, I'll just go over it with either a Posca or a pencil. I'll probably use pencil because that's what I'll be working with. But it doesn't have to be that perfect if you're going to go back in there with a nice sharp black pencil, right? I'm trying to do it as best I can, obviously, but you know. So we're making progress. See the little spider right there? So if you have any questions or anything, put it in caps. Thanks everybody for watching. Let's see, any more announcements, anything? Anybody got anything going on they want to share? If you have a new channel or something. May Brox has a fairly new channel, like 2 weeks, something, I forget. And you can put the link in there, May. Or anybody else. You want to show one of your share one of your color book pages or a collage or a altered book or something with the group, put it in there. Does anybody have a color book that they're just absolutely in love with at the moment? I say at the moment because, you know, that can change. Oh, thanks. It's in my description box, and sometimes I'll put the link to my tip jar in the individual video, but it's in my description, in my YouTube description. You know, artist, I do this, that, and the other. In my main about, if you look in my about me, it's in there. Sometimes I put it in the under the individual video, but I don't do that every time. So I just do it every now and then. But just the fact that y'all can know it's there if you wanna help with postage and stuff, I always appreciate it, trust me. Alright, I'm getting there. Because I don't have a Patreon, I don't have a Facebook page. You know, I show y'all, I don't sell classes. I do all this for free. And I do commission portraits, which I have kind of backed off on until I get my Society 6 animals finished for my phone cases. That was like a month ago. I was starting to work on those, and y'all see how far that's got. So, you know, I don't charge for tutorials or anything like that. Not that there's anything wrong with it. If you charge for classes, don't email me. I mean, I'm sitting here talking about Robin Marie's class that I think would be fun. Well, we never did Mindy Lacefield. That was her name. I'll have to pull those back out and show y'all. Because that was, I think, the last class I ever paid for, and that's been a couple years, I think. Her Sunday mornings class. I've only taken a couple classes online, and I know there's like Robin Marie's and Orly, and there's some different ones that I really like their stuff, but it's the time. Barb started her channel a month ago. Well, if you don't have much on it, well, if you want to share it, put the link in. The girls can grab it. And it was fun. It was like a Sunday morning, and well, that's what she called it, because what you did is you took her style. She showed you her style and everything, and I kind of half did her style. I did her little girl faces and stuff, and then you kind of try to make it your own. She gives you some cool color combinations, and you use verses. But you could do the same thing with quotes or anything. But that's why she called it Sunday mornings, because she had Bible verses. And so I did a few. I did it like kind of like semi-scrap. Well, I don't want to say scrapbooking, kind of. Well, I did it on 12 by 12, and I put it in a book. But okay, so there we go. I think I'm looking at all the little tight little areas, make sure. Of course, I can always go back in there with pencil. I'm just looking it over to see if I got it all. Oh, no, see, I didn't. I got the inside of these chains here. And so anyway, it was a fun class. It's just something different. Sometimes you just want something a little, you know, outside of your box, you know, outside of your, I don't want to say comfort zone. It wasn't hard. It was just, you know, something different. Okay, so let me let this sit for just a minute. I'm just going to show you all my brushes. See, I have these, most of my brushes are in, and again, guys, I've had these for, you know, I take good care of my brushes. So the ones that I keep right here, for the most part, I keep handy, like here, in these jars. And then I have a spinner rack here with some of the larger ones. I have the spinner rack. And I keep my scissors, my hole punch, my cutting knife, my other knife, my pliers to open. God, it's flashed out. My pliers to open. Let's readjust here. Hang on, guys. I messed it up when I think that's good. When I went to, yeah, to open ink jars and stuff. So this sits kind of like handy, like close to me, so I can get into this. There's my, you know, Timmy scissors, you know, like I said. So this little spinner sits like right behind here, along with all these. Now different ones, like, see, I have different sizes. Like these are more the medium ones. Then I have, these are they're kind of a hodgepodge in there. But they're all just in mason jars, and, you know, I think these are tiny. These are the smaller ones. This one has my bone folder in it. That needs to go in the other thing there. So, yeah, this has some different, you know, special brushes, kind of like a fan brush, and some of these kind with the teeth in them that make textures and stuff. And then flats, and I mean, they're, you know, I just kind of know these are more the old scruffy ones, so it's in the oldest mason jar. But see how they're kind of scruffy looking? But they're great for certain things, but they are kind of scruffy. And so yeah, I just keep them all handy. Okay, my shirt's flying up there. Okay, so let me show you real quick the Mindy lace seal, and that's in one of my big oversized 12 by 12. It's a scrapbook book, but it's got all kinds of other things I do in it. So let me see if I can flip to without everything falling out. Let me find the Mindy pages here. I've shown them before. It's been a while. So, and I did them all on scrapbook paper. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. All right, let's see if I can adjust the light. Let's back the camera out a little. I think it's backed out all the way. Let me adjust the lighting again, guys. I think that's pretty close. Maybe I'm trying to get it's knocking over all my brushes now. It's you know, I got 24 inches here, 12 and 12, so it's pretty hefty here. So anyway, I might have to take them out because it's going to be hard to show. Let's see. Hang on, guys. I'm adjusting here. There we go. All right. So I used, it was in 2015, so it was like 3 years ago, 2.5, 3 years ago that I did this class. And these are her little faces. So I did, you were supposed to, try to use her little people. But then I used my own, like this is cutouts out of my Cameo silhouette. And then she would give you color ideas. Um, there's a Cameo cutout bird there. So, and it's all, I did all mine on scrapbook paper. I don't know if this is interesting to anybody, but we're going to, Now, I'll tell you the hardest part for me in doing this class was writing messy. She wanted you to write messy so you didn't overthink your handwriting. Well, that was hard for me because I don't overthink my handwriting when I write neat. But when I tried to write messy, I had to overthink writing messy. So I tried to use like dip pen. I used a dip pen, a nib. I used a nib and tried to write as messy as I could. So again, and you see it's on a piece of scrapbook paper. And then I also would mix it up with 8.5 by 11 because that's how I would scrapbook too. I would do 12 by 12, 8.5 by 11. I'd throw in Project Life pages, and I'll have to pull my scrapbooks out again sometime. It's been a while since I've done that. Uh, but I would, I don't mind mixing up different size pages. I'll put a half sheet, an 8.5 by 11, because they're all the same size holes, right? The big 12 by 12 scrapbook books, you can put 12 by 12, but you can also put 8.5 by 11. They're standard sizes. So this page I had to go with this, even though it's an 8.5 by 11. So there, and then here was just a practice color thing there. That's not even really anything. So here was another double page spread. Again, look, see, it's one long sheet and one 8.5 by 11. So I did my own kind of theme. I did a little outer space theme. So I did me like an alien guy, like if a kid would draw it. So if a kid was drawing a spaceship landing, that's what I imagined. That's what I imagined the kid drawing, right? And again, the Cameo cutout birds, and it's all scribbly, and it's like you play like you're a kid, right? And it was just fun. Some stamping. There's some stamping there. Stamping right there. And then here's the other side. Love you to the moon and back. And it can be like a little angel. It could be a little alien, cute little kid alien. It could be whatever. But you see all the scribbles and stuff? Thanks, Colleen. And it's got stamping and scribbles. And then I put those little birds in there. The birds were from my Cameo. And then the messy writing. So there's that double page spread, which is really, 2 different size sheets. But that's another thing. If you make yourself do odd sizes, don't make it all perfect, and everything has to, just, let it go. Okay, so, and then this is just another page of play on there. Some colors, some scribbles. This was stint, that acetate, not stencil, not a die cut. Anyway. So there's that. And then this is a double page spread here. Okay. And it was the verse, consider the birds. And these, I think, were die cut. Well, what there was die, from my Cameo, but then I just kind of traced around them and scribbled. Very scribbly. Again, it was very hard for me to write this messy. Not a transparency button, a mask. A mask. Yeah, it was a mask. That's the word I was looking for. Um, I put a piece of collage there. Of course, you know I got to have my watches. And I did these like little angels here. It's a double page spread. These are both 12 by 12, so you can see. Piece of washi tape. And then I kind of colored in some of the washi tape to kind of match that stamp I used. So there's that one. That's this side. And then this side here. Again, another one of those cut up birds. I love that you did odd sizes. It makes it look unpredictable. Yeah, Colleen. And see, that's how I scrapbook too. My scrapbooks would have different size pages in them, especially well, I always did 8.5 by 11 and 12 by 12, but then after it got into more of the project life that had all the sleeves had different sizes. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that there was all different size sleeves that you could put in one book, you know? Yeah, it was very fun. And so, yeah. So I just did some random birds, you know. I mean, she kind of guided you, but she wanted you to go off on your own too. So I might use some of her colors, some of the stamping idea, you know, but she wanted you to go off on your own. And then here's one, a little psalm here with the deer. So again, that was a cameo cutout deer. She's just hand drawn with the kind of face that Mindy does. I did kind of go with Mindy's faces. And then there's that mask again. Here, here. And I made messy lines on purpose. You like the messy look? Yeah. See how fun that is, though? Y'all can do this. I mean, you know. And put a quote or something. And then here's the lines I drew, and there's nothing even written on there. But you see all the scribbles, and with pencil, with graphite, like, let me see here. Where's my graphite? Some of my graphite sticks. You can take a graphite stick, and these are also water soluble. So if you want, you know, but so you can just scribble, you know, just scribble on there. And just, you know, you got to just kind of, it makes you free up, right? You see all the mess? Yeah. Hey, G. Okay, then the next page here is another double page spread. And this one's my favorite girl. I did her as a little queen, like a little princess. And but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength and mount up like an eagle. So I didn't do an eagle. I just did a little bird, a little dove. But I love her. And I love the colors and just the scribbly birds. That's just scribbles in the same shape as my die cut, but it's just done with graphite. This was Mindy Lacefield, Jeannie, and I don't know if she still offers it. This was 2 years ago. No, 3 years ago. Going on 3. 2.5 to 3. I have 2015 on it, but I don't remember what month it was in. So it's about 2.5 to 3 years ago. I don't know if she still has this class or not, but you can go look. Here's some stamping, and then I just colored in the little things there. And then here's the other side. This whole background here is cut out. It's part of the stencily trees from my cameo. I just used what I had. You know, I had a bunch of cutouts already, so I just slapped them on there. That's one of the die cuts from Cameo. I don't know if she used any Cameo cutouts. I don't think she used any die cuts. But I did, you know. So there's the rest of the verse. And again, see how messy it's written? That's so hard. You'd think that's easy to do. You'd think, oh, anybody, you know, we'll just write messy. Well, that's harder to do that than you think. Especially when you're always trying to write so neat, trying to write so clean. Right? So there's that double page spread. I don't remember how many. I think it was 6 weeks. And I think she had a couple of like guest teachers, but most of it was hers. Okay, so here's another double page with a big page and a little page. Again, my base was a piece of scrapbook paper. Oh, there is a link to her classes. There you go. Now, I think she had a Sunday morning and a Sunday morning 2. This one was Sunday morning 1. I didn't take Sunday morning 2. So that's just the one I took. I have no idea what other classes she has anymore or what. Because I just, just didn't do anymore. Hey, Jennifer. So, again, here's just a little girl like she's singing. This was one of those stained glass window stencils. I just did my own little angels there. On each side, and it's singing. So I just thought, I don't know, they're very simplistic, right? So I love my little angels. And there she is. She's got a little flower behind her back. That's some washi tape. And again, it's done on scrapbook paper, so you got something to start with. That being said, then I just did some on white cardstock. So here's the other side. Maybe write with your non-dominant hand. Yeah, I guess you could do that too, but it would be hard to write tiny. See, I had to write small enough to get all these verses and everything in there, right? So there's that side. And then this one here, I did a Jacob's ladder. More angels. That's a stamp right there. And again, this isn't like exactly what she didn't have these stamps. She didn't have, cut out. You're supposed to take the idea and run with it. Thank you, Meek. The fact that she would use pieces of washi tape and stamp and her colors and, again, the little girl faces are her inspiration. But everything else is kind of like you just make it your own. You just play. Okay, so here's another one. And I tried my best to draw little people that looked like a little kid drew it. Mindy, she has a lot of classes. Yeah. And again, guys, I can't speak for any. This is the only class I've ever taken of hers. But, I just thought it was cool. I thought it was fun. A little bit of stamping here, and did a little church, and a little girl standing there. Stamping. And then, this is the other side. I think there's one more. Yeah, this is the last one. So this is the last one. Didn't even put the whole verse. I just put sparrows. Because that said what, to me, it said what I wanted. There's a little bicycle sticker down there. And then just all kinds of stamping and washi tape and, yeah. So, yeah, those are some of that's all of them. That's all the pages. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm not really counting that. That was just a test page. Oh, let's put this back in. 15. So I have 16 pages. 16 pages done in the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah, I'd finished 16 pages, Colleen. But I'm counting a double page spread. This is a double page spread by 1, 2, So yeah, 16. And they're in my big 12 by 12 book with all kinds of other stuff in here. So yeah. All right, so let's get back to our chandelier for a little bit. Zoom back in. We got about another hour to work on it. Let me readjust the light again because we mess it up every time we go to something else. There we go. You're welcome. So anyway, I showed that because we were talking about Robin Marie Smith has got a class that Terry and who else is taking it here. There's a whole bunch of people taking Robin Marie's class. And I said that that's one of the classes I was tempted to sign up for because I haven't taken, that was the last class I took, was that Sunday mornings 2.5, 3 years ago. Here comes Hubster. And so I was really tempted on the Robin Marie Robin Marie class. But I don't know about the time. I also like to design seed pages you have done in the past. Oh yeah, my design seeds, yeah. We'll have to get those back out again sometime. Design-seeds.com, the color combination site. If you can take those and make your own pages using just those color combinations, and we've done tons of that before too. All right, so I'm going to just use my Prismacolors on this. And what I want to do is I'm going to start, because I don't know how much time we'll have to finish everything, but I want to do these candles and the glow, and the candle glow, and the wax, the drippy wax. So that's what we're going to concentrate on, and the stars. I want to do glows around the stars. So I think I'm going to do, I love my yellows, oranges, blues. I'm not sure what color I want to do the chandelier, but I know I want to do the candles and the stars in yellow, blues, and orange. So let's get those. I'll have to sharpen. Probably a brighter yellow here. Or just like a yellow ochre. Which one do I want? This one probably is a little lighter. And again, I don't go by the numbers. I just go by the colors. But I think I want a brighter yellow. Here we go. This is the one I want. So, and I'll need white. I know I have a bigger white than that. Semi, Orla. Semi. Let's see. I want a dark. I think I'll get my indigo. And I know my indigos because they're wrapped with blue tape. Because otherwise they look like black pencils. Come in. And let's see. White. Hey.
I'm going to step out a little bit.
Are you? Okay. Can you give me some? Is there coffee still on?
I don't know. But if it isn't, I'll make you some fresh.
Okay, would you? Make me some fresh?
Yeah,
Thank you.
Little girl cat just came. She's just hanging around your door.
Well, go ahead and let them in, because I'm not painting now. I finished painting, so they can come in. Because they won't step in paint, as long as I move this. I'll move the paint, because I don't want, we don't want her stepping in the paint. Okay, so, what else? Oh, and black. Here. Okay, let me get a bigger white. So we'll probably have cat appearances, even though we're very zoomed in. I don't know, I have a better white. Here's one. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're going to go with these colors. And I got my little tray here, my little bowl. I'm really zoomed in, guys. So I'm going to start with the cat putting her foot in the pencils. Oh, this is the big guy. Yeah, Oliver, although I like to call him Snowball. He's like a big snowball. Yes, you are. You got sleepy in your eye. Snowball. Denise named him Oliver in Malibu, so I kind of just stayed with it, but yeah. All right, so I'm going to start with the flame. Let me sharpen. Let me go ahead and sharpen these first, just so they're all ready. If you have any questions, put them in caps. Hi, Rippin. Is it you couldn't get your name? Couldn't get a name with all the numbers, or is that Susan again? Who are you, Rippin? Let us know. And finish packing the book. Then off to class. Okay, Orla. Thanks for stopping in. Okay. Trying to keep up with chat here. Okay, so I'm going to start with the orange. Got a little, there we go. I'm going to start with the orange on the inside of the flame here. Well, I don't know how well you're going to see this. Maybe I can readjust and try to get a little, hang on, let's refocus, autofocus. That looks pretty good. My daughter had a cat that looked like Oliver and called him Snowflake. Yeah, Snowflake, yeah. It looks like a snowball to me. He's very fluffy. He's like a polar bear. He's seriously like a polar bear. He's just laying here right there, watching me color. So I'm just putting a little bit of bright orange around the wick in each one. And these little star things here, I'll probably end up just going around them like yellow. Whoops. Like do a yellow. And I've missed some, but look, so you can put some more. You can make your own. So I'll probably put a few more. And it's because it's on the acrylic paint, I'll put a few more of those stars. Those bigger stars. I'm going to put little dot ones with the Posca too. All right, so now I'm going to just kind of go around and in some of these other flames here, just with a little bit of orange and yellow. I wanted to show y'all the candle flames. Like that. And now let me get my white Posca in no particular order here. So I'm going to put dots in the middle. Okay. You can go out and play. Did you make some coffee?
Yeah, I'm making some fresh.
Okay, thank you. I'll go down and get it in a minute.
I love you.
Love you too, honey. All right, so there's that. And now I'm going to take the white, and I just want to kind of do a little bit of a glow. And I'm going to add detail with the Posca. I'm just getting this in here. And the reason I can do this, I'm barely pushing on the black. It's because of the acrylic paint that I can do this. Okay. Let me do a test in my chat here. I might need to refresh my chat. Oh, there it goes. It's just slow. All right. So now what I want to do is put a little bit of glow around each. And I'm going to kind of put some little flame things coming up. Extra. Let's be extra. We love to be extra. I don't know if I want another color. Maybe I want a little yellow in there too. More yellow, I mean. Just put a little extra flame. Can y'all see that? Is it showing up? Hey, Lynette. Can you get the glow effect with watercolor or just... Yeah, you can. You mean like on white paper? Yeah, you can, but it's, you know, you got to be more proficient in watercolor and stuff. Oh, I see, I forgot these little guys here. Let's go ahead and get these little tiny flames right there. There. And I'm going to put blue in here too. Might put some blue, we'll see. All right, so now I want, let's do these. I mean, you can paint it like you know, with watercolor for white, you got to leave white. It's just easier. It's just much easier if you just have a dark acrylic, and it doesn't have to be black. It could be dark blue. It could be whatever, you know. Let me show you. Let me see if I can. Is it Seasons again? Let me see. I think it was Seasons. Where the other candles are. Yeah. These are bigger, but you get the, see? And this one just has a little bit of a glow around it. But all this right here, that was all done with pencil. All those little swirly bits. Here's another one. See all that? That was done with pencil. Same for these. Pencil. These are done with pencil. The extra stars. This. Okay. Let's put a little more yellow now in the... Alright, now I'm going to get in here with black because I want to get in here tight around some areas in the candles. You know, where I missed with the paint. Do this part last though. This part where I'm going in here with pencil, because your white smoky bits, you're not going to be able to go over. Remember, I shown y'all a bunch of times the my sample with the pencil. Hang on, let me do a little shading around the wick there. Let me get a piece of, let me show you that sample again. Let me get a piece of paper. Hang on, let me find a scratch piece of paper. I show this all the time, but there's always new people. The reason I like to use the acrylic paint. Okay, so I'm going to take my black pencil here, and let's just say if you wanted to use all pencil. All right, so let's just say you got a nice black background, as black as you could do with pencil, right? And then, let me get my little bit of black paint here. All right, so I'm going to just use my finger. And then you used acrylic paint. There's acrylic paint versus pencil. Now, I've got to let that dry a second, or I could hit it with the heat gun, one or the other. Because you got to have it dry. Anytime you use acrylic paint, you want it dry before you put pencil. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and heat gun it here. Cats don't even budge. Hey, girl. All right, so is that dry? Okay, so now I'm going to take, I'm going to show you with the white pencil. Now, okay, so this, remember, this is black pencil. So if you wanted a solid black background with black pencil, that's what you do. Here it is with black acrylic paint. Now my white pencil, this Prismacolor. Now watch when I'm going to push as hard as I can on this. See how I'm pushing as hard as I can. It's smearing the black pencil, but I'm not getting any white. You see that? I am shoving down this pencil and I'm maybe getting a little bit of gray. Okay, now here's the acrylic paint. I'm going to hold my pencil way back here and watch how lightly I put on here. Okay, that's how easy it is to put white on acrylic paint. And if I really want pressure and get it really white, I can get it all the way back to white. Look, you can't do that on pencil. White pencil on black pencil, that's what you get. White pencil on black acrylic paint, this is what you get. And it's the same reason I use acrylic, well, not the only reason, but there's lots of reasons I use acrylic paint in my collage. But this is one of the reasons I like acrylic paint in my collage, because then I can go in there with pencil. Can't do it like that. Okay? So, back over here, let me sharpen my white again. I'm going to brighten up some of the smoky bits. I'm going to go back and forth between my black and sharpening around the flame. And this one needs a little bit more yellow. And then going in here with the white and making it a little brighter and a little bit more, just a little more, you know. Okay, so let's do all the flames and a little bit of shadow next to the wick, and then just kind of shading a little bit, and then going back in here with the white, maybe a little more yellow. Can add a little bit of yellow on top of the white, because the yellow, you know, it'll go over the white pencil. Okay, let's do all the flames. Make it very dramatic. A little bit more around these because I'm going to put Posca on those stars. Just get them a little brighter. We still with the tour, people? I just have to decide what color I want my chandelier. Okay. Let's go up to these little 4 up here. Sharpen my pencil again. I'm using acrylic paint in your Conoco book. I took the plunge. It is faster, isn't it? See, that's another thing. It's so much faster. Not that you need to hurry on your color book pages, but I'm just saying you can get so much more done if you use paint, right? Sharpen the white again. You too, G. Thank you. I need to get back over and see what G's doing. She's did another Society Idea Collectors page. I'm behind. I think I'm still behind on Mary. Okay, so there's that. Maybe a little bit more yellow. Just a little bit there. Okay, so now what I want to do is with my white Posca, and you don't have to do all these details. I have to go get my coffee hubster made. I'm losing my voice. All these details I'm doing here, this is usually the last thing you want to do after you're done. Yeah, you get to the fun stuff faster. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is on all these stars here, and remember I painted over. I painted over a bunch of little dots. There was a whole bunch of dots. Now you could splatter this if you wanted, but I'm just going to go ahead and just, you know, put some in. Because I didn't paint around all these dots. I painted around most of the, and I added a couple extra of these bigger star things here. I'm going to go ahead and put some dots back in. And then I'm going to give all these stars star glow. Okay, I'll do down here after a while. I'm going to just concentrate on up here. All right, so now what I'm going to do on each one of these is go right over the pencil and everything I've done and kind of scratchy like to keep it kind of not too thick. Oh, no, you're stepping on my, don't step on my, oh, I don't want her to turn off the computer. She turned off my my light. There we go. I don't want her to turn off the computer plug. Stepped on the bar. You can make them some farther away, some closer by making the lines shorter or longer. Okay, there's one here. Put one back there. And if you don't want one there, just paint it out black. Paint it out. Yeah, I don't know about the Stickles yet. I haven't got that far in my thinking. I haven't got to the candles yet, or the candelabra for that matter. So, okay. And if you want, you could just go right over the, back over the wick. Just, if you got any pencil over it and you want to brighten up the wick, just go back over that with the Posca. Or you can go back over the Posca and any areas that you might have covered up. Like right here, I covered up this line here. Just fix that. And I'll pencil back over it. Okay, so let's get in here. Let's go back over these wicks. And you can add an extra little bit of something if you want. I think you can pretty much get that with pencil though. See all the smoky bits and the star shine? Maybe a little bit more orange. Okay, and then I think I want to do, I'm going to start with light blue in the can. I think I'll do light blue in the candles. So just put some, leave a little bit of white, but mostly blue, light blue. And that's on the candle itself. And the wax, well then I'm going to put a little bit of the dark blue on the shadow of the wax, but I want the wax just to be white. That scared the cats. They jumped at that dog yelping. So let's just get a base coat in there. Like that maybe. Now I'll go back in here with indigo blue. Thanks, Terry. I'm gonna almost done for the day here. I want to try to get those little stars done, and I have to decide on the. So now I'm just putting a little bit of shadow with the indigo blue on the wax. Like behind the wax there. And the wax is dripping all different ways, so I'm just kind of just darkening some detail in there. See the difference between that one and that one? I don't know. I kind of want all stickles on the candelabra, but I don't know if I want to have time to do that because I almost have to do it all silver first. I don't know that I could just do it with just stickles, like a clear silvery stickles. I don't know if that'll work. We can try. We'll see. I'll think about it for a minute while I'm doing this. All right, now I'm going to go around with black. I'm going to go around the outside of the candle where I might not have got paint real tight in there yet. Make sure it's nice and sharp and crisp around each one. Am I staying in camera? And you really want to do this around every bit of the black. I mean around each bit of all this, you really want to get in there and tighten it all up before, especially if you're just going to put stickles and nothing else. It'll really be obvious if you've missed any black anywhere, you know. So let's see if I can do a little bit of that real quick. Let me get a sharpen my can. Okay. So like right around the little cups here. Any place that I missed with paint. And it's best really to start at the top and work your way down. Any place, if you're finished with the glow, put the glow before you put the black pencil, because otherwise you're going to be trying to do this business. If I have all this black, if this is all black pencil around everything, and then I want to put a glow, not going to happen. So put your glow first, and then go back in there and tighten up with the pencil, because you're not going to be able to go over that black pencil with a glow. Oh, I gotta put some indigo up in these little candles. Just a little. So let me get everything nice and cleaned up here. I'm sure I'll miss some, but because I'm kind of trying to hurry, but I'm just kind of going around all the edges here, kind of just following the filigree, because there's not going to be any glow. That dog's not happy, is he? Oh, Mama at work. I don't know. This must be a new dog. I've never heard that one before out there. Okay, I'm working it here, people. I'm working it. I don't want to go around these stars yet because I haven't done the glow around those. But all this filigree here, if I'm just going to stickles it, if I was just going to stickles it, that sounded so country, didn't it? No, that's fine, that's fine. I'll make fun of myself. But the cats one of them sitting up in the window going, what is all that business over there? What's going on? But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed doing a page out of the jewel box. We're going to try to wrap it up. I mean, I'm going to try to get that stickles on here. I'll leave the spider for now because I might do him in gold. That would be good, actually. Let me get a gold gel pen. Let's do the spider in gold. Did I pick up the one that's not working? Where's the other one? Yeah. One of them's working better than the other. Those little legs. Do a little gold jewel spider. Well, metallic anyway. There's no jewels on them. Guess we could put a little ruby in his eye or something. Now let's go back around him and get it nice and crisp. Don't see anything. Yeah, happy hump day. Yeah, I got my, I got Phil here. Phil's here. Alright guys, I don't want to put, I want to do as much as this part, this tightening up of the black with the pencil before I put Stickles on it. Because after there's Stickles on it, you can't go back. You know, there's no penciling over Stickles. I'm going to have to close that window. If it doesn't stop. I don't know. Sounds like his mama went off, or daddy went off somewhere. And left the little puppy. Although it doesn't sound like a puppy, does it? It sounds like a dog, full-grown dog. Okay, let's do these stars real quick. So again, I'm going to start with the yellow. And do yellow, and I'll just kind of do that. Let's do yellow, and then just kind of blow it out. Then we're going to go over it with white. So I'm just coloring in the star yellow and then making a circle around it. Okay. Oh, I should have probably tightened up a little bit of the crispness of those too, but that's okay. All right, white. Okay. Now if I want, I could take my Posca and do the very tips of the star. Make it bigger instead of just a perfectly neat 5-pointed star. Hey Jean, how you doing? How was your appointment? I'm almost wrapping it up here. I don't know if, does anybody see if Joycey was streaming today? She usually streams at 1. It's only 11:15 or so here. But this is all I'm going to do for the day, is this page. Alright, let's see. See, there's some little beads, little seeds or something. I'm going to go ahead and do those blue. I'm trying to keep it all, you know, consistent in color. Oops, go back over here. Okay, do a little shadow with the indigo. And then get in between with black where I couldn't get with the brush. And any place else like here that needs tightening, I gotta sharpen again. Like the yellow stars? Yeah. So again, all the places here that I see that need tightening up from the black paint, I don't want to not do that before I put Stickles, right? Because once the Stickles are on there, I know I said it already, you can't go back in there on top of Stickles. So I want to make sure everything's nice and crisp. Do I want that? I think I want this. Oh, this has got to be blue down here. These little berries or whatever they are. And I think I wanted that black inside. Let's see here. Okay, let's put a little indigo. Maybe just a little white highlight. Okay, the chains. I'm going to have to go around all these chains. And no word on Joycey. And when she doesn't tweet, it usually means she's going to. Okay. Well, I'm not going to be into that until 1 o'clock anyway today. Let me see how much time for 2.5 hours. Okay, I still got about 20 minutes, so we're good. I think we're gonna crack a lack and get this done. Although it does need to be adjusted for lighting again. It's amazing how it just goes away. There's the light back. All right. Can y'all see what I'm doing here with the black? I'm going right up next to the chandelier in every place that I couldn't get paint in. Like in the chains here and around the chains. I think that needs to be some blue too. I'm not sure. That and the top flower. There's a flower up there. I think I'm going to do those both blue. Just to have a little more blue. Let's get around all the chains. Get it off the chain. And make it extra. I love some sayings. They're just fun for a while till they get old. Then you hear it all the time. It's like, don't say that anymore. Okay. Okay. See, I did just the metal part there. That's why I'm thinking it needs to be this too. Yeah. I'm going to go in there with black. Oops. I'm really zoomed in. So I hope you all enjoyed today, hump day. Like that. Now we're going to go up here to the top, to this bit. And I don't really want to completely fill that in. Maybe I'll go with the blue. Alright, we'll just get all this will be blue. So let's put in a coat of light blue first. And then go in with the indigo. A little shading with the indigo. And then this little bit of chain needs to be refound. Kind of lost that in the black there. Okay. All right. All right, let me take one more little gander around all the little tight spots here. Hey Paula Didi, did you show your really big, very large work, World's Largest Sketchbooks? Not today, I didn't, Paula. Are you talking about the one that I have on the beginning of my YouTube channel, that big one? That was the big mama. I had that one for a few years, which I've worked in, torn pages out, I've worked in again, glued things in, tore things out. But if you mean the brand new one, no, I haven't worked in it. Did you get yours yet, Paula? Your 600 page one, the same one I got, except a different cover? Have you done any research in it? Okay, so I think I'm going to back out now, guys. Let's back out here. There we go. Now it needs some stars down here. I don't know that there were any, but I'm going to put some in. Just a few here and there. Let's do a little highlighting on my spider. I want his little legs to show. Okay, gotta get back with my black for just a minute because I see a couple more places that I haven't got in there tight. And it probably wouldn't even show once I get the Stickles on there, but you know, I'll kind of want to make sure it's as neat as I can get it in our time frame. Bye, Suze. I'll call you. Okay. Okay, let's get these back in. And anything that is really like I accidentally covered up something, painted over something, I can go back in here with the white Posca because once I go in here, like I said, once I go over the Stickles, that's it. So I want to make sure everything is as neat as I can get it. Okay, am I ready to stickle? Let's fix this chain a little neater. All right. Just waiting to see what Paula said about her sketchbook. For those of y'all that don't know what we're talking about, I got a new sketchbook off of Amazon, and it's a Create Space book. It's a sketchbook, 600 pages. It's called the world's largest sketchbook, although I gotta say it's not. This is not the world's largest sketchbook. The world's largest sketchbook it's a 12 by 14 600 page with thicker paper. This is just like copy paper in here. Here's the spine, so you can see. And it got dark again. There we go. That save button doesn't really save, I guess. So yeah, that's I got this cover. I think Paula got a watercolor or painty looking cover, and there's fractals, there's florals, there's all kinds, and it's on Amazon. And yeah, it's just called the world's largest sketchbook, 600 pages. But again, it's 8.5 by 11. So it's not the world's largest. The world's largest is that big hardback one that's 12 by 14 and 600 pages. Let me see. It's on my shelf. Let's see if I can get it down. Hang on. I'll back out here. Let's see. Okay. Let me try. Let me get my little chair here. Let me get up on the chair. Oh, don't fall. And like I said, I've taken things out. I've put things back in. This is the world's largest sketchbook. Let's compare. Okay, let's put this one on top. So you can see how much bigger this one is. This is 8.5 by 11. I think this is 12 by 14. I don't have my ruler right here. But anyway, and I've already taken a whole bunch of stuff out, but you can see how big it is. This is the world's largest sketchbook. But it's also the world's most expensive sketchbook. This mama is like, I don't remember. I got it about 4 or 5 years ago. And I think it was like $40 4 or 5 years ago. I don't know how much this is now. It could be a lot more. This big one. All right, let's put this back up because it's holding up half my books. Oh. But anyway, I'm excited to play in this one. Okay, let's move this. Alrighty. So now let me look for my Stickles, guys. Hang on, I gotta get over here to my Stickles. Do I want silver? Do I want clear ice Stickles? I'm not sure which one I want. Do I want silver? Do I want white ice? I might have to do a little test. And again, there goes the light. Okay, sorry. It just fluctuates. Who makes the 12 by 14? I don't know, Azure. If you put it in Amazon, put in, hardback 12 by 14 sketchbook or the world's biggest sketchbook, you'll find it. I don't know who makes it. I don't even know if there is a brand on it. I've already put it back up. Sorry, I'm not getting it back down. You can find it on Amazon. Okay, so now I gotta decide, do I want ice Stickles, glitter, or do I want silver? I'm thinking it might need to be the silver is going to cover up a lot. I'm thinking maybe the ice Stickles. Let's do a little test. Let's do this chain up here. Let's make sure it's flowing here. The ice Stickles has a little bit of other color in it, so I'm thinking that's probably good. Although this tip is not as small. This is a bigger jar than this one. Let's compare. Yeah, see, this is bigger. It's a little harder to get in there. You know what I mean? I don't know if I have an ice Stickles in a small. Let's see if I do. Hang on. I just don't know if there's much in there. That's crystal. It's not ice though. I have diamonds almost gone. I mean, it could be a color. We could do blue. We could do blues, maybe. I don't know. I don't like the turquoise. I think we should just go with the ice because I know you can't see it, but there's color in there. See how there's a little bit of color in there? But I thought I had a thin one. No. This one is diamond, and there's hardly anything in that one, so I might have to go with that big one. Let me look at another place. We've got crystal. Let me see the crystal. I think the crystal's kind of like the... no, it's not distress. What is it called? It's not distress. Hang on. Did I say it was crystal? Ice. Oh, here we go. What is this one? I don't even know what this one is. But it's... Uh-oh, I messed that up. This is why you do Stickles at the very end, because you can't touch it. Okay, so this is... I'm not sure what this one is. It just says Stickles. There's no color on it. I don't know, but it's clear like. Let's see if I can get this one crack-a-lacking. And see if it has some color in it. Alright, let's see if I can zoom in again. We got to wrap this up, people. Got to wrap it up. Blue. Yeah, blue would cover up all the lines, though. You know, there's little divisions between things. We'll lose all that, right? All right, so let's just go here. Where this is clear, so you're still going to see... You're going to see the little cup lines and all that. But you got to kind of work from down and middle so that you don't run your hand through it. So I'm just following all the lines. And you probably can't see a thing, but there we go. And I'll have to take a picture of it from an angle. That's pretty much the only way you can see glitter on camera, is that take an angle shot so you see the shine. I might put just a tad in each flame, like right on the wick. So you're probably not seeing anything right now. Sorry. But I want to get this done. I said I was going to get a page done today for you out of the book that we gave away. And again, if you missed the beginning, we already gave away here one of these books today, and we're going to give away another one on YouTube. So yeah, so here we go. Let's try it again. We try to capture the light. There you go. See it twinkle? Let me move my light over a little. See right there in the middle? And so I'm not being extra, I mean, it's going off of the, it's going over, right? It's not staying exactly, it's getting a little bit on the black. And that's why I said if you wanted to do any tightening up, sharpening up of any of the lines, you needed to do that before you put the stickles, because I'm not being that careful. You know, I mean, I'm just not. And I know you can't see anything until I turn it, but when I turn it here, hopefully you will. It's easy to see where you've been. You know, I can I can see any place I might have missed really easily. But I think it's kind of a cool effect just to have the chandelier all as a crystal with no color. And I'm just lightly squeezing the bottle as I go. And I'll post a picture. You got to let this sit out for some hours. Let me shake the bottle down a minute. Thanks, Terry. Yeah, it looks good from my angle. Hang on, and you'll see it in a second. Almost done. So I'll take a couple pictures. I'll take a picture of the cover of the book, a straight on shot, and then I'll take a picture of it at an angle so you can see the glitter. My hand's getting tired. Because I'm constantly squeezing. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to shake my hand. So you don't have to, you know, hurry through it when you're doing it. All right, looking. Okay, so now I think I'm going to go into the center of each one of the big stars here. And what else? Maybe in the center of each one of these, why not? Just a little glow. Alrighty. I'm thinking I need the candle wax. I need to go over the candle wax too, because it's the only thing that doesn't have any oomph to it. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the candle wax. We'll make that shiny, and then we'll be done. Try not to get my arm in it. And these right here a little. Okay, I think we got it all. Looking at it from a side view. All right, so let's back out and see if I can get it to show. It's my mailman. Is he getting out with any boxes? Has he got anything for me? It looks like he's just ruffling through the letters. He's thorough, though. He's looking through a lot of them. And is he going to drive off with no packages? Sorry, guys, I'm just looking out my window. I gotta say, though, they shoved that sketchbook, that really big sketchbook, the 8.5 by 11. They folded it, rolled it up, and put it in my mailbox. Okay, so here we go. Look, there we go. Let's turn it this way. Let me see. Let me get my light on it. There we go. That's gonna flash it out. Hang on. I'm determined to get something there where you can see. Move it real slow. It's very pretty. There we go. See? See the shine, see the shimmer, see the glitter. Ooh, ah. So yeah. So I'll take a couple pictures. So I hope y'all like that. Joycey, if she streams, would be in an hour and a half, Dot. It's like 11:30, 11:35 here. She streams at 1 Eastern. So that's like in an hour and a half, Dot. Yeah, it'll turn out pretty good. I just wish I could, there you go. Now look at the candles. See the candles? Can see it really well right there. You just got to tilt it just right under all the lights here. So I'll take a pic of it and post it on Twitter and Instagram too. And I usually get around to posting everything on Facebook in my color book album on Facebook. And it's not a private. All my artwork is public over on Facebook. So yeah, you can see all my art over there. Thanks, guys. And what I do, I don't do watermarks. What I do, this is my watermark. This is my watermark. I put some pencils on the page like this, and I photograph it with some pencils. Although I'm going to have to prop this up because it's wanting to fall over. Let's prop that up. There we go. So that's how I do, this is how I do my watermark. It's pencils or paintbrush or whatever. Maybe I should put some Stickles in there too. Yeah, there we go. So I'll take a picture of it. Thanks, Dot. Thanks, guys. Oh, thanks, everybody. You're welcome. I hope y'all enjoyed the day. And have a good hump day, guys. See you later. Bye.